Rolling, rolling, keep this heater rolling. Go Habs. The Hangout starts now. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I had to cough just before. So Montreal's on a 4-game heater right now. They're in Nashville tonight. Nashville not playing very good lately, but could be that they're due. I hope that's not the case. Yes, anyway, so I got some stuff here about the game. I've got some stats on the game, and I also have the Guess the Score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, you can pick that guy from either team, and you win. No, you got to be the first person in the chat. Got to be from Canada, and then if you have all that, you win the cash prize of $10 directly into your bank account via Interact. We have not had a winner yet, guys. Come on. Next season, I will be making this contest a little easier to win. It's a little difficult right now, so I apologize for that. But give your guesses in the chat. I'm going with 3-1 Montreal. I'm going to give the first goal to someone who needs the goal, hasn't had one in a while, and that's Emil Heineman. Heineman first goal, 3-1 Montreal. That's where I'm going. All right. What do I have? I have okay, it's a prediction from me. Montreal win tonight, and then a Columbus Blue Jacket loss. I'm going to even throw in Detroit because they're both playing. Columbus losing 2-0. Detroit is, I don't know if they're winning 1-0 or losing. Ray, no barking. And a combination of that for either team knocks them out of the race. They'll have fallen too far back, 6 points at that point. Even with a game in hand, I think it's too much. Montreal on a 4-game heater, as I said, they're 5-3-2 in their last 10, 16-18-4 on the road. Nashville, 5-game losing streak, 2-8-0 last 10 games, 18-16-3 at home. Nashville has scored just 9 goals in their last 5 games, which is those losses. Montreal beat the Preds December 5th in Montreal, 3-0. Alex Carrier, it's his first game versus Nashville since the trade in late December. And Justin Barron is playing regularly in the top 4, actually, averaging around 19 minutes a game. So good on Justin Barron. It'll be Jacob Dobish versus whatever his first name, Saros. And a lineup change that won't be reflected when I show you the lineups. Arbor Jacki is in. Devin Savard is out. He's day-to-day. I don't know with what. If it's upper body or lower body. Our captain, Nick Suzuki, is tied for 12th in points in the entire NHL. So Nick Suzuki, 12th in points in the NHL. Now you see, look here and go, that's not 12, but that's because it doesn't show everybody. Just so everybody knows. Take that down. Put this. No. Lane Hudson in the 4-game winning streak is 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points, 23-42 time on ice for 7 goals at 5-on-5 that he's on the ice for, and 0 against. 5 even strength goals, 2 power play goals. His 63 points are 7th best in NHL history for a rookie defenseman with 6 games to go. So you can add on to that. Chris Chelios, 1 ahead, 64. Bork was 1 ahead of Chelios at 65. Phil Housley, 1 ahead of Bork at 66. And Gary Suter, 2 ahead of Housley with 68, all within reach. That's 5 points in 6 games. Capable. Will he do it? I don't know. But he's in reach to be the 3rd best rookie points for defenseman in NHL history. And lastly, on this side, Alex Ovechkin. My dog must like Ovi. Ovi is the goals record holder, 895 goals and counting. Happened this afternoon, the only goal in the Washington game for the Capitals. I happened to miss it. I had the game on there, but I was cooking and I missed it. So I still haven't seen it. I hear it was a pretty good goal. Good on Ovi. We got a new goals record holder. All right. In this game, Montreal 83 points. Rangers have 79. They have the same amount of games. Montreal will go up a game, and the Rangers will have a game in hand after tonight. Red Wings and Jackets at 77 with 75 games played, 76 tonight. But again, they'll still be having a game in hand. Hopefully they lose. I think for those two teams, that'll be it. And it's just the Rangers and see what they're doing and if they have a chance. Stats, power play percentage, 20.9 for Montreal, 21% for the Preds. Penalty kill percentage, 80.3 for Montreal, 80.9 for the Preds. Face-off percentage, 50.9 for Montreal, 51.6 for the Preds. So pretty even there. I don't think anybody has a real advantage. Goals for per game, 3 even for Montreal, 2.5 for the Preds. So a little advantage there for Montreal. And goals against per game, 3.26 for Montreal, 3.29 for the Preds. So both about the same defensively, but Montreal's scoring more. Preds aren't scoring much at all right now. Advantage Montreal. Goalies tonight, Sam Montembeault. Nope. Out. Sorry, just a habit lately. Jacob Dobish, 6-4-2. 302 goals against, 897 save percentage, 1 shutout. He'll face UC Saros, 18-29-6, 299 goals against, 895 save percentage, 4 shutouts. Nashville's lines are O'Reilly, Bunting, and Evangelista. Stamkos, Forsberg, and Leroux. McCarron, Smith, and Wood. Svechkov, and Bellows, and Vrana. Shell, Blankenberg is the first pair. Del Galzo and Barron, second pair. England and Osterley are the third pair. Habs lines are Suzuki, Caulfield, Slav, Newhook, Heineman, Laine, Evans, Dvorak, Gallagher, Kapanen, Pizzetta, and Armia. Matheson, Carrier, Gooley, Hudson, and I'm going to say Struble and Jackeye. I think that's how they'll do it. And we'll see if I'm right. Josh Anderson's still out. Birth of his first child, I think. So I don't know if it's happened yet or not, but I know it was supposed to happen any time now. That's why he wasn't in the last game. I didn't hear that it happened, so I don't know. All right. Time to see who's here. Ooh, there's a lot of comments. Paul, 4-2. Caulfield first. Phil says, ahoy, mateys. Guru, 5-4 Nashville. Forsberg. Demidov, I don't know. Their season's over there for the SKA. His contract is not, so we don't know yet. Gallagher wins it tonight. He scores 7-4. Now, that's not the first goal scorer because for Gallagher to win it, he either has to score 2 goals or he has to score the 5th goal for the Habs, and that's not the first one. So, just saying. Conservative lawyer, 5-1 Habs. Gallagher first goal. They're about to face off here. You guys probably have it already. They're faced off. We're underway. Aki, 4-3 Habs. Suzuki first. BL. With the late night travel factored in, I think Nashville gets the win. 4-2 with David Legwand. This is a name from the past, getting the first goal. You sends up to, I said that. So let's hope that continues. I get that Nashville's rested. I get that Montreal had to travel on a back-to-back. It's not a question of that, though. Sometimes it's just at this time of year when you're in a playoff race like this, it's just a matter, do you want it enough or not? And I think Montreal does, and I think that can override it here, and we're going to find out, right? I mean, Nashville's not a good team, so. But my worry is, and if Montreal loses, I'm going to say it's because Nashville's due, right? 5 losses in a row. They're not scoring very much. It almost like, and Dobish is in nets. It almost looks like we're going to have a bad game. So we'll see. If they lose, Montreal, I'm going to blame it on that. That's all I'm going to say. Now, in the race to the end, the Montreal could really, to get to 88 points, could lose 3 games still, I think. So they could lose 3 games. All the other teams behind them, 1 loss. That's all you can figure in their record if they want to hit the 88 points. So they got very little leeway where Montreal could lose the game and still be fine. So I'm good with that, right? And they got a 4-point cushion on anybody. I'm good with that. It's to the point where Montreal needs 3 wins, basically, of the remaining 6, I think we got left with this one. And the other teams, Rangers need to win 4, and Columbus and Detroit need to win 5 games left. Come on. Not happening. Going into this game, Montreal's chances to make the playoffs from Money Puck was 74%. So doesn't mean anything. They still got to win games and get more points. But we'll see what happens. I mean, that's how it is. They're in control of their destiny. We are not, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to roll through some of these because there's a lot of I'm just scrolling to the bottom. If you really want to say something to me, you got to say it again. I'm at the bottom, and we'll go from there because there's just too many for me right now. Oh, I see. Bill, that's right. I remember what it was. It was a one-timer from his office, right? BL, go figure on that one, right? And we wonder where's his allegiance to? I wonder. He's getting a lot of shit for it, so well deserved. And he's back in the lineup too. Okay, see, I didn't know about that. So that means Kapanen would be out. I don't know what the Zetta's out. I don't know how they're working it. And I'm not looking at it enough to say, oh, that's not. So by the end of the period, I'll know who's playing with who, I guess. I hope. I spent all afternoon practically making cabbage rolls. And if you're Jewish, I think we call them halushkas. Anyway, cabbage rolls. So I hadn't eaten all day either, so I had some just before this started. And not bad for my first try. Off the post by McCarron. Jesus. Anyways, even if Nashville, that's who we're playing. Even if Nashville takes a lead on us, we saw what happened with Philadelphia. We saw what happened to a lot of teams. Montreal comes back. Don't give up anyway. And there we go. Even if they get the first goal, they got the first goal. Stamkos with the first one. Oh, I saw it down there now. Yeah. Obviously, I'm behind where I'm watching this. And yes, cabbage, they were pretty good. Pretty good. For my first time, I got to learn to roll them tighter. It's not like rolling a doobie at all. If it was like that, I'd have made them perfectly. And the Sens up 3-0 as well. So, and listen, don't worry about this. First of all, we can afford to lose the game if necessary. But 1 goal, I'm not worried about it with Montreal. They'll come back even if it takes them to the third period. And if not, they lose a game that they can afford to lose. To a team that's due, and it kind of like when you're due like that, doesn't matter who you play, you're going to win the game. And that was the case last night with Boston. and Carolina. Boston beat Carolina like 5-1. What? But they were due. Ooh, I see Andy in there. Yep. So Andy, Galley, and Devo back together. So that line's back. So I imagine they went back to Evans, Armia, and either Kapanen or Pizzetta because I haven't seen either. Which is better because I mean, honestly, the Devo, Galley, Andy line has been playing really good. So very happy they're in there. Little morning wood on Dobish. Dobish made the save. Shea Weber definitely would have lost a step or two, Bill. Yeah. I'd be surprised if he hadn't. Saved Dobish, but he couldn't hold the rebound. Almost 6 minutes in already. Shots are 3-1 now. It's 1-0 Nashville, though. And they got the 3 shots. Joe the Snoop, I heard you on Sean Starr today. I heard your name. I'm cooking, and he says Joe the Snoop, and it took me a second, and hey, that's Joe. And then JFed was on also. Not that you were on, but he read your message. So cheating on me, eh? No, awesome. It was great. It's great when I do that, and I hear people from from my channel. I love that. Was I talking about? I don't know. What are you talking about there, Joe? I can't read that. That's too long a word for me right now. I was talking about I made cabbage rolls. If that's what you mean, that's what I was talking about. If it was something else, you got to spell it better. Where's Fowler? Fowler is in Laval. When they come back from the road trip, I think they're on a road trip. Greek cabbage rolls? I don't think so. I don't think there were any specific thing like that. And if I would have made them, I kind of would have made them more like the Jewish style. But I just felt I got an easy recipe to make, and I made it. Fowler, by the way, born to be a Hab. Don't even mention if he's coming up. He signed an ATO with Laval, and he signed an ELC with Montreal for next year, and he's not coming up to Montreal. Not till training camp. How long a trip are the Panthers on? Couldn't tell you. I just know that they're not playing very well. I hope it's Montreal's 2 losses to Montreal. That really screwed them. All right, I'm just switching over here for a sec. We're going to do it this way here while I do this. That way you can see that a little bit better for people who might not be able to actually get the game. I don't know what it is with Montreal in first periods lately. And no pun intended. I didn't make a joke, but you know what I mean. No, Fowler. Barnaby, no, I get you're just kidding. But I'm just saying, like mentioning Fowler, he's not coming up for any games. And that's the best decision. Hey, Randy, how's it going? You're back. My thoughts on Dobish's play on. Well, I'm going to just say this. When he started in those first 5 games, he was fantastic at everything. And I said, and he'll come back down to earth at some point. I even got someone said, "Oh, you're just being a negative, whatever." And no, because he was coming back down to earth, right? He's still a young goalie, and he's not fully there yet. And he's going to make mistakes, and that's why they're playing Muzzy so much. That's all. That's what I think. Dobish isn't fully ready yet. That's all. There's a good chance Fowler could win the job out of Cap next year. you never know. I think one thing also with Dobish, like the Habs starting slow, I think he does too. He seems to get better as the game goes on, but maybe I'm wrong about that. But I'm just happy Montreal, could lose this game if it happens. No, I know you meant tonight. I didn't see it close enough to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was talking and I'm watching and whatever. It's not the best feed. Seems like it's shot from like across the street, 40 floors up. So I can't give you that. More than likely, he probably should have stopped that one. That's all I'll say. But I don't have. Do I have the refs? I don't have the refs tonight. Tonight. Well, then I made Greek cabbage rolls because the only thing I didn't put in was the dill. Why didn't I put dill? Because I want my ex-wife to try them, and she hates that. She hates dill for some reason. Loves dill pickles and dill pickle chips, but doesn't like anything with dill in it other than that. So I didn't put dill. So other than that, I guess I made Greek cabbage rolls. Because that's everything like I put in. So I added a little oregano and dry basil, some paprika, just for a little bit because otherwise I read that it was a little bit mild, like bland. So tried to, and it could have used more, but it was still good. 3-0 Sens, 4 minutes left. They're already at the end of the game. Oh, I think it started at 5, right? I like dill. I'm Jewish. I make chicken soup. I want dill in it. Not my ex-wife. Nope. So yeah. No, Matt tonight. No, he was here last night. He took tonight off instead. Squeeze lemons? What do you mean by squeeze lemons? Yes, Immer. I mentioned it and at the beginning of the show. Ovi took the goal scoring crown. He is the goal scoring king, and I doubt anyone's going to ever be able to catch him. Honestly, I doubt it. I think he'll hold that for a long time, if till the world ends in 5 years. Would love for the Habs to be 7th and meet Maple Leafs, but whatever. Listen, that's not how it worked out. What can we do? I'll tell you this: if I'm Washington, I'm worried. I'm worried that the Habs make it and they got to play them. Oh, fight. McCarron and Pizzetta. Oh boy, you're outmatched. Pizzetta, no. Oh no, it's England. Pizzetta caught him with a good left there. He's taking some shots. Standing on his feet still. Knock him down, man. Come on, Mike. Oh, he took another good one. Jesus, Mike, you're taking some. He's still standing. You know what? I wouldn't say Pizzetta won that fight as far as who took more hits. Him not going down though, and then it's a draw at the end like that. That's just as good as a win as far as motivating the team and getting them going. I hope I'm right on that because I would say I'm right. That England guy is like huge. Jesus. It's Scorchy. No, Matt will do back-to-back games. Just that he was in last night. That's fine. He switched days. No biggie. Oh, Emmer, I think we have a good chance against the Caps. We also have a good chance to not win a game, right? I mean, Washington's been good this year, but I really think they've got a good chance to win the first round. It doesn't matter who they play. Past that, I'm not saying. But, you know. Slashing Nashville. Montreal goes on the power play. Let's see if it's better than last night's power play. Sour cream's your biggest weakness when it comes to cooking? How so? Like, I'll put sour cream, like if I'm baking in things, I'll put it on baked potatoes. I don't know that I use sour cream for much else. But yeah, Englund got some good shots in there. I said it's a win for Pezzetta that he didn't go down with all the shots he took. That's a bit of a win. Elliot, let's hope you're right. You say it every time and you hit it sometimes. And let's hope you're right here to get a tie. Honestly, I don't care who gets a goal on the power play. Just somebody do. Paul, I don't think Jack. This Paul that said that. I don't think Jack is going to necessarily fight with England. Jack guy's trying to stay in the lineup now and stuff. I don't know. To fight, it's got to be for a reason. And Pezzetta handled himself. I can't eat sour cream out of. I like sour cream certain ways, yeah, but not straight out of the tub. I love it on baked potatoes, though. As a kid, I would have puked before I ate that, but now I love it. Slav, what was that pass? Sorry, that is not a good pass by Slav. Good defensive play by Hudson there, though, to get the puck away from whoever that was. And, yeah. All right, so the power play is not really any better tonight. Careful, 2-on-1 here. And there you go. Not the 2-on-1, but the trailer. McCarron. 2 goals. Is that right? Am I right? McCarron with 2 goals. No, it wasn't McCarron the first goal, right? He was the trailer on the play. Nobody had him. There. Who is that skated off? Was that Nick? No, Newhook. No. Again, Slav. That was Slav's guy. He skated off away from him and left him as the trailer. Fuck. Yeah, Slav's having a rough start, man. David, I was thinking of no, did someone put latkes? Oh, I thought I saw potato latkes. That's good with sour cream. Stammer had first goal. You're right. They're going to check for goalie interference? Tacos, sour cream on tacos, 100%. Yeah. Montreal challenging for goalie interference. 4-0 Sens over the Jackets. They're going to not. Well, it depends. If Montreal doesn't win tonight, I take it. I take it back. I as soon as they announce what this is, I gotta go in the kitchen. I still have some more cabbage rolls in the oven. That might not be a goal. Well, I just realized I was still off camera, but 50-50 it comes back, I'll say. 50-50. What do you guys say? That's interference or not? There's goalie interference, no goal. Well, there you go. It's still 1-0. You told us, Paul. I agree. I mean that could have been, but I mean, who knows anymore if they see it that way, right? That's the thing. But yeah, there was. I'm surprised they actually did it. It wasn't very obvious, but maybe they're getting it right these days. I don't know. You're watching Nashville feed. I can't. I hate when I have to watch the American feed. I hate it. I have to admit. Joe, how long are you gonna be able to list all these things you like sour cream with, man? All right, they decided it. I'm just gonna be gone for a minute or two, and I'll be back because I gotta take something out of the oven. Be right back. I'll leave the mic on. I do like the cabbage roll. Cool. I am back. And stay off camera because I haven't finished what I went off camera for to start with. But I'm back. My cabbage rolls are about half cooked. Just had to check on them. I had a couple of them but I'm gonna have a couple more after the game. Because believe it or not, I eating just before the game. That's the first meal I had all day. I was cooking all afternoon. I had them in the oven, the first batch, and I thought to myself, "Geez, did I eat?" And I realized I hadn't eaten all day. I forget. I don't know what that's about, but sometimes I just forget to eat. Matt will entertain you. Was Matt good? Did he do a good job? Oh, I wasn't surprised once. I wasn't surprised. About halfway through the season, we had figured it that he was not going to stay in college, and he didn't. What was he going to learn staying in college? I don't think it would be good even for his development. He needs the challenge of moving up in a tier, and the AHL is going to provide that. Back-to-back shutouts for Ottawa. Good for them. Good for them, okay? See if I care. Aiken, who I guess I insulted and hasn't come back, was arguing with me that he knew better than me and that he wasn't going to sign. And we had little bit of a. I mean, I tossed him out because of his. What's the word I'm looking for? Sort of. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't find the word. But he was like, he knows better than me, and it turns out I was right, not him. So I guess he got it from Tony Marinaro or wherever he got it from. You feel that your blood sugar is a little too high, Joe? Intermittent fast. At least every day. If you do 14 to 16 hours not eating, it kind of resets your level a lot. That's what I do. I feel great. Like I have a lot more energy than I ever had. Or haven't had a lot more energy than I've had in a long time, I'll say. Barnaby it's over. Davidoff season's over, but his contract is not. It's not over. His contract till May 31st, so he's not coming here till after that. And then even after that, the visas and stuff, it's going to take a month or two. So personally, I don't expect Demidov here till June or July, maybe August even. He's not likely on a plane to Montreal right now. He's not. He's not going anywhere. If they want, and there's playoffs in their system, they can send him down, like to the AHL here. They can send him down for that. His contract is up May 31st. So, don't get excited. He'll be here. It's just not yet. Yeah, I haven't noticed Barron out there. What number is Barron wearing? How can you feel that your blood sugar is up, though? I don't think you feel it. I know you don't. Believe me, I know you don't feel it. So you have to, if you want to know if your blood sugar's up or down, you need a glucose monitor. You remember Clay Aiken? Wow, not a lot of people remember him from was an early American Idol, right? 100%. I remember Clay Aiken. That's not who I'm talking about. Tony, what's 20, Tony? How much time do I think Valor will be in the AHL? I honestly probably not more than a year. So the rest of this season, next season, I think by the year after, there's Fowler on TV right now. That's funny. I think, a year in the AHL, maybe less. Oh, okay. But you can't really feel it, right? I mean, you can't, maybe from how your body reacts, if you pee a lot, there's signs. I know them, but you can't feel it, though. That's in my experience. Clay should have won, not Ruben. If I'm remembering that year, for me, it was someone else. I can't remember who it was, though, but it was someone else, I believe. I was watching that back then. Fowler is taking French lessons, and he has a very strong tie to Montreal, family and stuff. He's been here many times. So Fowler's going to adjust perfectly when he gets here. Demidov, too, is taking French lessons and English lessons. I'm hearing number one, Immer, but I don't know if that's true. But that's what I've seen. Number one, I don't know. I'm not worried about his number. He'll learn more French at Chez Paris. No, he'll learn more French when he gets a French girlfriend. Or multiple French girlfriends at his age. Yeah, I don't know. Number one, obviously gone, Jacques Blanc. He'll take it whatever number he's allowed to take that he likes. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be number one. It's obvious because that was Jacques Blanc. I'm quite sure. That's retired. Celine Dion is not serving as a tutor for Demina. So that was a close call there. 4:20 left in the first. I like that number. And it was close for Struble there, I believe. But I wasn't looking, so I wouldn't know. Come on, boys. Let's get one before the period's over. So now it's under 4 minutes to go. Shots are 7-4 for Nashville, but you can see that right there on the screen as I've left that up. And it's 1-0 for the Preds. But okay, Barron's wearing number 20. Montreal's got a delayed penalty, and Barron sort of whiffed. Well, he couldn't get the puck. He could have had a good shot there. And we got a hooking call. One of the Habs were standing on the street corner, I guess. Shouldn't be hooking. You guys make enough money. So was it Struble? Yeah, Struble. He's on his ELC still, I think. So, he's not making as much money. So, Paul, why would Celine Dion have to speak Irish? Please explain. Yeah, Emmer, but that's why they got to stop retiring numbers and honor them instead. Because in Montreal, they're going to run out of numbers. Demidov is Italian. Ah, Mamma mia, I did not know this. That was close. Come on. Evans, yeah, he's just going to delay, waste time, but thought maybe he'd have a shot at the net. No. I pulled myself off at the stage. This is very similar to the Philadelphia game last night. So I'm not worried about it. There's only one period of play. I kind of think Philly might have. That's about the same as the way Philly started the game last night. The key is there's just one goal against for Montreal. Yeah, I'm not worried about one goal for Nashville. Just don't give up another goal here. That's for sure. Kind of important. Don't give up another goal. Don't give up on us, baby. Backhand off the post. Matt Dobish. The fuck is going on, man? That 2 or 3 posts that that they've hit. Now, good they've hit the post, but that means it got past them. Conserving energy, yeah. Well, they're a little tired, maybe too, but still, they got to win this game if they can. Did I see that Ovechkin broke the record today? I certainly did. I wasn't surprised. Although when it was Gretzky, it took him about a week or so to do it. So I thought there was a possibility that might take him a few games, but I wasn't surprised that he did it. Oh, Dobish made a save. Wow, that was close though. After I don't know if he made the save or Bunting just held on, and then yeah, he outweighed. So Dobish didn't even make the save. 1923 ending was a lot better than it's over. What? How many episodes this season then? Can't be finished already this season. I didn't watch the end of Yellowstone. I refuse. They screwed around with it too much for me. Screw them, making us wait, changing it from you got to pay to see it. Like fuck that. Matthews will what? Break. You think Matthews is going to break Ovechkin's record? You know what? I don't think so. They put it up there. It's going to take basically 18 seasons at 50 goals a season. That's not happening. And Matthews doesn't get 50 or more a season every year. He can get injured. Like there's a lot. I don't think it's going to happen. I honestly don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. And Ovi's not done yet. In the same amount of games, Ovi scored one more goal than Gretzky. Isn't that something? Like, isn't that amazing though? That it's like the same. The only difference with them is Ovi got a lot more empty net goals than Gretzky. You can look at that. He scored, if I'm correct, he scored some like 150 more empty net goals than Gretzky. That's something. Hutstone. That would be a character from the Flintstones, obviously. The star hockey player, his name would be Hutstone. Hudson took a wicked shot to the head at the end of this period. Really? I didn't see that. Oh, so the period is over now? Intermission, 1-0 after 1. 4 shots are not going to win many games. Good thing it's only one period, though, right? It's a good thing they didn't play a whole game yet, Paul. And if you remember yesterday, Flyers, we were down like that in shots, and at the end of the game, weren't we like way ahead in shots? So if I've learned anything this season with Montreal, you got to be patient. You got to be patient. So he hasn't been healthy all year. So He didn't get 50. That's one season that he's not going to get 50 that he needed to. You could say, well, when he scores 60, it makes up. Okay, but his career's not over yet. Ovechkin has said this before that he's only going to play for Washington. We all knew that once he breaks the record, so he'll play out his contract and he'll go back to Russia. And he said he'll go back to Russia. So there you go. Not surprised. Do I think he'll change his mind? Why? What else can he accomplish? How much more money can he make? Emmer, U-turn is Austin Matthews for BL. If you count the WHA, Gretzky and Hull both scored 1,000 goals, but nobody counts the WHA because it's the NHL, not the WHA. Matthews will not get close to Ovi. I mean, he may get close. I don't think he passes him. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, BL, doesn't it? And, so he'll put up whatever and he'll have 9 whatever. And I don't know that anybody can reach that again. Not in the foreseeable future, anyway. Guru, I don't know that I agree with that about in the Edmonton era. In the Gretzky era, Edmonton's defense was, well, we'll just score one more than the other team. So they outscored the other teams, but I mean, it was like a lot of 7-6 and scores like that. So did that mean that they have that big cushion all the time? I don't think so. I just explained it. U-turn is BL's term for Austin Matthews. How's that? Everyone clear now? Matthews has 398. Now, he's got a lot of years left potentially in his career, but we don't know how many. He might not even play 18 years total. We don't know. I don't know that he just automatically, Matthews will do it. Does he have potential to do it? I guess that, but I don't, until he gets anywhere near it, you can't predict that. Yeah, Bruce, but I mean, look at his age and everything. He wants to go back to Russia and he wants to spend more time, with his kids. He's older. Like why would he want to do that? He's got the record. It's unlikely anybody breaks it again. Why would he need to do that? Scotland is men's world curling champions. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. Ovi can also take his hits and dish them out. Nobody was ever allowed to touch Gretzky back then. You only got to drop them. Okay, whatever. Never played another game in the NHL. Oh, okay. What does that mean? They're different players. So what does that mean? Oh, is that why you call? I didn't know for sure why you call him. You probably mentioned it and I'd forgotten. Yeah, that sounds like Matthews to me. He's gonna do whatever he wants to do. I don't think he's gonna feel like, oh, I gotta play again. You know, he's been around a long time. He's done a lot. he can't set another record. He can only increase it, but I don't think he's got that kind of an ego. If he had that kind of an ego, he probably wouldn't have cared whether he had gotten an empty net goal in the other game. And he didn't want to go on the ice in an empty net situation because he wanted to score against the goalie. That's not the kind of guy, that that's going to have the ego to go, well, I got to get 1,000. I want to be remembered for 1,000. Doesn't sound like it to me. So I think when he's ready to be done, if he's I'm going to honor the contract, but that's it. I believe that. It means Gretzky was privileged. What do you mean by that? You remember Gary Suter almost killing him? I don't think he was privileged then. What he had was the team was smart enough to provide protection because he wasn't a big guy. Ovi, when he came into the league, hit everything. He was a lunatic, very physical at the same time as being able to score. He didn't require the protection that Gretzky needed. Does that make him privileged, or does that make his team smart to protect their gold star captain or whatever he was? No? Bruce, interestingly, do I feel Lemieux was better? Whatever, but Gretzky feels Lemieux was better than him. I saw him say it. He feels Lemieux was better. If it wasn't for the injuries and the stuff and the Hodgkin's disease, Gretzky would have surpassed him. Lemieux would have surpassed him, he said, for sure. But that he was better than him, he felt. I mean, that's what he's saying. BL, I'm not a big Ovi guy. Never was. But with all the stuff the Great One is not doing to support Canada, I'm you know what? I'm happy Ovi did it. Gretzky was an untouchable. No, Paul. Are you guys fucking crazy? Gary Suter almost killed him with a check. Gretzky was out like for a while with a concussion, and they were worried he wasn't going to come back. You don't remember that? Sorry. The reason he had Dave Semenko, I believe that's who it was, and then on the LA Kings he had can't remember his name now, was because they wanted to protect him from getting hit. Not that you couldn't hit him. Come on, guys. You're talking to an old guy here who knows. Although Paul, he should know too. I guess I should be in this one, right? Yeah, Ovi, yeah, he would have done it earlier if not for the strike season, sure. Ovi, a power forward. That's a good way to put it, Joe. Power forward compared to Gretzky he wasn't a physical player. He didn't play a physical game. He was all talent, all offense. Yeah, Bill, you know that I support that. So, we agree on that. Uh, I mean, Bruce, yeah, for sure. Lemieux was probably the best player a lot of people saw play. I got to see Bobby Orr play because I'm old enough. I didn't see him live ever. That I don't remember I don't think I ever did. Almost got to meet him once in the locker room and saw him play many times on TV. One guy what, Emmer? One guy what? By the way, everybody, I know the times we live in, not everything's a conspiracy theory. Saying nobody was allowed to hit Gretzky that's a conspiracy theory. And you know how many conspiracy theories are true, right? You know how many, right? So stop with the conspiracy theories and let's talk about reality. You're older than me and you don't remember or playing that much? Come on, Bruce. If you were watching hockey when, we were, in the 70s, you must remember or early 70s he retired, in 77, I think, or 78. He hardly played from 76 on, but before that. Well, I'm sure a lot of people play golf every year in your hometown, Paul, that you never met. Right? Anyway. Yes, if the Habs make the playoffs, be the youngest team in the history by, this is what it is. 26 years was the youngest team. The Habs will be 25.95 years. So, it's a slight bit, but still go in the record book. How old? Well, I don't know how old. You got to look that up. I mean, off the top of my head, you think I'm going to have a stat like that? Obviously older than 26. We should be back to the second period I'd say in a minute, less than that, maybe something like that. I expect a better second than the first for Montreal. We need to generate. Well, we had no offense in the first, so we need to generate more offense. Yeah. Especially since they generated some offense. If we don't generate offense in this game, we will lose. Which is generally the truth, since they go to the shootout and everything. So you got to generate some kind of offense to win a game. The best skater he ever saw was, you're talking back in the day of the 70s. Is it Derek Sanderson? I'm assuming that's a Bruin. I believe Sanderson was a hell of a skater, but I could be wrong, obviously, that it was Sanderson. Gilles Perreault. Oh, yeah, that's not a surprise. Perreault was a crazy good hockey player, man. He had all the tools. You saw a funny conspiracy about one of today's games, like Sunday's games? Well, spit it out, Joe. Come on. Florida lost so they could play the Leafs in the first round. Okay. I mean, I think that's a Leafs fan that came up with that one, or a Florida fan. It's one or the other, right? We're in an era of conspiracy theories. And we're also in an era where people believe what they feel is a fact. And you put those two things together, And then you understand why we're so fucked. You want to see Florida and Ottawa? Well, it's going to be that's going to probably going to be Toronto, Ottawa, right? Well, there's a good chance Ottawa wins against Toronto. It's Toronto. Remember that. Even if they look good and all that and whatever, they could easily lose in the first round as well. Florida is slipping at the wrong time. Yep. And if I'm St. Louis, I'd be a little worried about that you might have peaked too early, but maybe not. But you know what I mean? Barkov is out now, right? He's out for an injury. Paul, yeah, not me yet. It's on commercial break here. I realize I'm really far behind, but I can't help it. It is the way it is. Yes, it's back. We're underway. 19:15 left, so 45 seconds in. 8-4 are the shots on goal for Nashville. 1-0 Nashville. But you can see that if you have good eyes next to me there. And quite frankly, since you don't really need to see me, I might as well keep it like this so you can see this a little bit better. And that's for those who actually can't watch it. And there are some, I imagine. Boom! Cole Caulfield ties it up. Yeah, 36, number 36 for Cole. Perfect. Nice little shot there by Cole. I swear, I thought he would not get a goal here, and he put it in. So maybe that's what I got to start doing. He's not going to score. He's not going to score. He scored. 5-hole. No mistake about it. 1-1 tie. Montreal turns it around or ties it up. Let's see if it's turning around now. His career high also 66 points. So career high in goals. Every goal going forward, obviously career high. And now every point. And now they have some life. Life is life. Suzuki with an assist. Number 84. He ties what's his name? It's not coming to me. Oh God, why Alexei Kovalev. He ties Kovalev for 84 points. The highest point total since somebody before him. Coffee, you had but okay, but that's not the first goal of the game, so it doesn't count. You had me going there for a sec, Paul. Yeah, the refs could have called it too many men on the Preds. They did not. We're just over 3 minutes into the second. Shots are 9-6 now, and it's a 1-1 tie. Offside, Montreal. I got to go back to the kitchen in a sec just to take the things out of the oven. No, no snacks. It's my cabbage rolls. I got to take them out now. They should be ready. I cook them in the air fryer, so the oven's off. I don't have to worry about that part. But I got to go take them out in a minute. Oh, what? How is there no penalty on O'Reilly there? Didn't he just hit Dobich with his stick? What did I see there? Oh, not what I thought. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't what I thought. Hey, Thomas. Okay, let me go take the stuff out of the. I'll turn my camera off. I'll be right back. Hey, buddy. What's up? Good boy. 5 minutes gone in a second. So shots are now 10-7. Montreal coming back on shots as well. Very reminiscent about the Flyers. They're just doing it a little earlier than they did last night. Also, if you're the Preds and if you're paying attention to what your opponent has been doing, teams must be starting to, go, oh no, like are they going to do it to us tonight too? The way the Habs come back. So it's got to be in the back of their heads. Maybe not. They're professionals. Maybe not. A Caulfield Hattie. No, don't jinx it. Let him get a second one first before we talk about a Hattie. Line from Hudson. That was a weird one. Line makes it 2-1. Hudson with the assist on that one. And maybe another assist. I don't know. Somewhere for someone. Beautiful pass. And then Line just far side, top corner, wrist shot, no mistake. Well, maybe not fully top corner, but it was up. Oh yeah, that ties him with Chris Chelios and sixth best rookie defenseman points totals in a season in the NHL all time. Hudson. For his next 4 points, if he gets 4 more, each one will bring him up to tie the next guy up ahead of him. I'm hearing, or I heard something today anyway, and maybe Joe heard that too. Um, Habs are thinking that they're gonna start talking to Hudson for a contract over the in the off season. Now I don't know when his ELC is up, but they're not going to wait much. They're not going to wait. He's going to get a big contract, 8 years. I would think. I would think 9 to 10 million somewhere in there a season. Probably 10, maybe. Yeah, probably in 9.5 to 10, probably in that area. Anyway, um, you know, the career he's going to have, he's going to be worth it. This kid, there's no way. This kid is not like a one-hit wonder. Yeah, Ryan Leonard. I thought he would be good. He does. He does look good. I watched the last Washington game, not the one today. I didn't get a chance to actually see any of it. Leonard got that empty net goal in that game, though. When I saw. Oh, what happened? Gooley hit some Evangelista really bad, and now everybody's fighting. Jack Guy's in there. Jack Guy's got 2 guys, O'Reilly and somebody else. Forsberg? Yeah. No. Gooley in the box. I didn't actually see the hit though. So be good if they show it again. They're gonna go to commercial break though. You like ass laugh with the over the head with the jersey, and he was laughing too. I mean, the guy is like 5 inches shorter than him. So you think the cap is going up? The cap is going up 7 million for next year, and then like 9 or 10 each of the next, like 9 and then 13 maybe over the next 2. It's going up a lot. So Hudson's going to get a good contract. Yeah, Joe, Hudson's not usual. He's going to get a big contract. And believe me, if they wait longer, it'll like be more. So they're going to get him for as good as it's going to be. You see 5 years? No, I'm locking Hudson up. He's 20 years old. I'm locking him up, or he's 21. I'm locking him up for 8. Are you kidding me? 5? You know what it's going to cost you after the 5 then? Lock him up for 8 and be happy you got him for that price for that long. Like, seriously. Hey there, Johnny Cash. How's it going, Johnny Cash? So Slav is going, and Gouli is going. They got one, so we're going to be down a guy. So power play for Nashville, from what I can tell. Power play, Nashville. Joe, without a doubt, it's going to be full, as long as they're allowed, 8 years. If he's on your team already, 8 years. If you're signing him as a UFA, it's 7. He's getting an 8-year deal. He wears 48, so it'll be $8 million. That's really what a way to think about it. It'll be 10, not between 9 and 10, in my opinion. Closer to 10. But BL, the cap next year is going up 7. They've got money coming off the books. They've got plenty of money. The year after, it's going up 9, then 13. They got plenty of money. Don't worry. They can afford it. Linus is coming off after next year. That's not a problem. It's 1 year. And when they need to sign Line, he'll get good money too, believe me. And Price is coming off the books too after next year. I believe it's this year or next year. I'm not sure when Price comes off, but it's by the end of next year for sure. Yeah, good save there by Dobish. Matheson too. Matheson, I blocked. They're saying Matheson might have saved the goal. Maybe it was Matheson that stopped it. Yeah, he's just saying it too. Looks like Dobish has settled in a little bit. And what did I say earlier? Dobish seems to get a little better as he goes along in the game. Seems like it. Just like the Habs, they seem to get better as the game goes on. Not a bad trait, though. I mean, it's better than starting out like gangbusters and just falling right off. I'd rather you get better as the game goes on. Like the old days, the Habs were killers in the third period. They were great in the first, even better in the second, and just deadly in the third. I wouldn't sign. I agree. I don't think I'd sign Line for 8 years, but I'd give him 5. I think I'd give him 5. I think is what he's probably going to get. It's not going to be just 2. I really don't think it'll just be 2. But my guess is going to be somewhere. It's going to be 5. That's my guess. But I get why you're saying that, though, BL. I get it, but. At his age, if he was 30, I might agree with you, but at 26, it'd be 27. I think it'll be 5. Yeah, but BL, at this point, when they got to re-sign him, he'll have been here for a year or more. His teammates will know him. The management will know him. It won't be based on anything from before. A guy can move on and change and be different. I'm going to trust that they're going to have learned who he is by the time they sign him and have made that decision. And personally, I think only what concerns me is how he has been here in Montreal and what his current teammates, think of him. We got 8.5 minutes left here in the second on my screen. 16-10 are the shots on goal for Nashville, but Montreal's up 2-1. Well, I think Dobish thought he it got past him maybe there. Here's something to consider. Habs are looking for second line center. All the talk is this guy is going to be like Suzuki, a 200-foot guy, very responsible defensively, but can dish the puck, can put up points. And that guy will be able to make up for a little bit of Laine's shortcomings on defense. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then, Laine is going to be doing what he does best with Demidov on that line. Like, I think that's going to be pretty awesome. So, yeah, they're signing him. I believe they will. BL, you know how I feel about PLD. PLD did the same thing. Look at how he's doing in Washington right now. You find the right team, and it makes a difference. If this is the right team for him, it'll make the difference. That's how I think it'll go. No, his past is his past. But just because your past isn't 100% great and you're 26 years old, you could change that. You can. I'm not saying he will and absolutely will without a doubt, but he can. And I believe Montreal will make the right decision on it. That's all I'm saying. So take it for that's my opinion. Believe me, I have misgivings too. I see where Laine's problems are on the ice. But those things you can sort of cover up for a lot. And in the locker room, whatever, it seems like it's going well here in Montreal for Laine. Like, I would say it's going well. And that could change a guy, especially a 26-year-old. Awesome that everybody has converted over to Hudson winning the Calder. I don't think it's in doubt either anymore, as Mike Johnson just said. I don't think it's in doubt. I don't see what Michkov could do right now to turn that around in his favor. Just nothing. Yeah, BL. It's obvious his compete level is a problem. I'm on board on that. But he put, if he's on the line with the right line mates, I don't think that's a huge problem when you consider, what he delivers. And he does deliver pretty consistently, important points. And listen, they have time to make that experiment, right? You get the guy in place on the second center spot, and you play him like that for a while. And if mid-season things are still not to your liking, you don't sign him. You move him. So they got time. And if things are working out, well, that makes up your mind, right? Paul, where'd you hear we're getting 15 to 20 centimeters? Then the forecast changed because I look at weather like a few times a day. No, we were supposed to get 10 centimeters on Tuesday. Now it's down to less than one. So unless that's changed in the last few hours, when the last time I looked at it, I don't know where you're getting that from. The Hudson goal was fat. Look at the moves he made to get there and everything. I mean, that's, you know, BL, you might not be. Like I said, we were supposed to be getting, and that is, I checked just a few hours ago before I went to walk the dog, and it's not there. So maybe yours is going to be gone too. It's what you, but Paul, don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe things just because you hear them. I hear a lot of garbage. I don't believe it. Getting down to 5 minutes left in the second. Habs definitely look like now they're in control of this game. So hopefully this stays through the game, through the rest of the game. O'Reilly coughs up the puck, and then I thought that was close to taking a penalty to get, to make up for it. But I mean, good on him, and he did. What's the biggest dump of snow I've been through? Oh God, probably earlier this year. We had some big snow this year. Oh, how did they miss that? And he breaks his stick trying to. Jesus Christ, that's unlucky on Newhook, eh? Yeah, I don't know. Lots. How about a shit ton? Is a good answer, Joe. Right, Matt? I don't think he heard you, Bill. Hey, Chicago Joe. We're glad to have you, buddy. Glad to have everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it. Same here, man. Same here. What are my thoughts on Arbor bench the last two games? Good save, Dobish on a McCarron with another chance. Good save on by Dobish. They were going with a winning formula. I don't think, I think he was out for more than two games, no. And once he was out and they won. They went with the same lineup, and then they went with the same lineup. I think mostly that. That's what I'm gonna say. I think it's mostly that. Well, yeah, BL. I was thinking for you guys of that snowstorm. We didn't have any. I don't think we've ever. For me, the biggest one I remember. I'm going to tell you actually. I don't know how much. 19. I want to say 72. My birthday, February 14th. And we had a wicked snowstorm where you couldn't get around in the city for a few days, basically only on snowmobile. So it happened like on a Friday, afternoon, and I know people were because I know people, or we knew people at the time that had to be brought from downtown back up to where we lived in Saint Laurent by snowmobile. It was the only way to get back. I don't know how much we got, but that was a shit ton. So for me, in my mind, that's the biggest. And then this year, on a Sunday and then on a Tuesday, a Tuesday and then a Sunday, we had two huge storms here. But that 160, and that's not even, I think in Buffalo, didn't they have more than that a couple of years ago? So those are the biggest I think I've seen in North America that happened, but I haven't experienced that much. Holy moly! How's it going there, dude? Good to see you out there. 98, we had the ice storm, but that was ice. That wasn't snow. Gave away your age. You're younger than me, Joe, so don't worry. Anyways, winter over. We may get a little bit more snow. It won't stay if we do get any. I'm not worried about anything like that. It is what it is. We're in April. It isn't going to be long before the season is warm and nice. And all right, let's see what you're talking about. No, I'm looking at the next 14 days. Monday less than a centimeter, Tuesday less than a centimeter, Thursday less than a centimeter. Monday 7 degrees, Tuesday 0, Thursday 6. So it won't stick around. So Paul Duffy, somebody told you wrong. In 95 in Winnipeg. I don't specifically remember that personally, but I never been to Winnipeg, so. Yeah, your winter's about, but you don't get a lot of. Do you get snow in the winter, Joe? Not where you are, right? just over 3 minutes left here in a second. Nashville now it's 18-11 in shots, 2-1 Montreal, so all good. I mean, for me, honestly, now, if we didn't get any snow and it didn't affect the groundwater and stuff like that, I'd be happy. I don't care for snow anymore. Nice save by Dobish there. Oh, I should at this point put this here. Going to be a penalty. Holding goalie. Not a great time to take a penalty. What are my thoughts on our goaltenders for next year with the new contract signed? I mean, no thoughts. I think the plan is still going to be Monty and Dobish. We'll see what happens in camp, but I don't know that I could predict that Fowler will make the team out of camp in his first season. Yeah, no, I remember you actually, somebody had asked you that the other day. I actually remember it now, so. But you get a little bit, but I mean, it's definitely not like here. I don't know who the refs are, Paul. They're shitty ones. Oh man, Dobish made a save, but then it just dribbled past to the side. Thank God there. Under a minute to go. 1:06 left on the power play. So if they kill this off, the Preds will have just a few seconds of power play time for the third. Yeah, there'll be 10 seconds of power play time for the. Yeah, I see that, Paul. I just noticed it at the same time. Good save, Dobish, but I mean, also fluky. I don't think he really knew where it was going to be. Ooh, Dobish not happy. Bunting, of course. Little shit disturber, ex-Leaf. Habs haven't had a shot in a while if it's 23-11 in shots. Jesus. Time for a cabbage? No, I'll eat properly after the game. Besides, I just ate just before the game. To be honest with you, I don't go to bed usually till about 3. I'm not going to eat till midnight. Just before I have to eat. And can't eat after that. I'm going to eat just before that. So we are 2-1 Montreal after 2. Nice. So far so good in this period 4, or well, after 2 anyway, for Montreal. And I don't think Montreal is going to come back with a shitty third, to be honest with you. So I think I'm kind of hoping they'll get a goal in the third, and I'll be right on the score. And that's it. I had Heineman. I haven't even heard Heineman's name, so I suspect he may not even be playing. Am I right? I haven't heard Heineman's name. So much for picking Heineman for the first goal. I go to bed at 3. I'll fall asleep probably in my chair a little bit watching something. So I get a couple hours. Sometimes I get an hour, maybe a little more, sitting in my in my chair watching TV. I fall asleep, and then I'll sleep for 4 to 5 hours in bed. Is Heineman injured again? Is that why I haven't heard his name? Oh, that makes sense. But you're right. I need more sleep. I don't sleep enough, but I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. I wish I did, but I don't. I would have no. I mean, you can use the internet to find out. In Peru, isn't it? In Peru, every day's a party in your nose. In Peru, isn't it? Some good Peruvian flake. All right. Everybody's gone to pee. You're all back now. You got your drinks. You guys got the floor. Yeah, Randy, it's funny because I just said the same thing. So yeah, Heineman apparently is hurt and not in the lineup. So and Jacky, yes, is in. Well, Savard is injured apparently. He's day to day with I don't know if it's upper or lower body, but so yeah, Jacky would be in. Yeah, Johnny Cash is the same problem for a lot of people. I've got ADHD and shit, so that's a sign of it too. Plus the diabetes doesn't help, I guess. But since I'm 19, I've had issues with sleeping. So just a few years, it's only like 43 years that I've had this. So I'm used to it by now, I think. Joe, what is bumper snow? And where are they? What are that? Oh, the ski fields. You're talking ski? That's what you call ski hills? Ski fields? Um, I doubt, Randy, that they're sitting on the lead. I mean, that's not what I don't think that's what they're doing. I mean, I don't see it that way. Anybody else see it that way? I just think they're having trouble. They've had trouble like this off and on at times through the year. Hell, like last night, they didn't get shots going till the third period against Flyers, and they turned that around big time. So ADHD is not fun. Nope. Ski fields are ski resort areas. I never. Yeah, that's definitely an Aussie term because I've never heard it. I've never heard that before. But that's awesome. I like hearing how different places call things. Oh, they're talking about Ovi now. Oh, I want to see. I haven't seen the goal. I'm sure they're going to show it. I got to try to pay attention over there. I want to see it. But they're going to go to a commercial first. So, of course. You need the Habs to make you eat your words again, like last night. I'm all for that. Then I ask you this, though, Randy. In that case, why not just be a little more patient? And then maybe, when it's late in the third, I get then the complaints when it's not happening, but you saw what happened last night. Just be a little more patient. Yeah, Joe, did you know autism and ADHD very closely related diseases? Very closely, like very very similar things. And you have them both, so like, yeah, you're just a little weird. That's all. Is Harry Rice AWOL? No, Harry's not on here anymore. Harry decided to, I'll say, remove himself. He's a little too right wing for our channel, and we're a little too left for him. And at the time that he removed himself, it was mutual. And no, I will not shit talk Harry. He was a nice kid and I liked him, but we just didn't see eye to eye on ideologically. Is that it? That's all. But as far as I know, he's still doing his thing on his channel. Joe says our mountains are flatter than most ski areas around the world. I knew some girls like that. Due to being the oldest continent on Earth. No, the old part wasn't the problem with these girls. And that's just a bad joke. I think I'm going to move over to here, but stay on camera. I think it's small enough nobody sees me. There you go. Small enough. All right, predictions for the third. Habs hang on to the lead, stays unchanged. We score. They score. Maybe they score, tie it up, and we go to overtime. What is who's thinking what? Yeah, Joe, you're talking Greek to me there. I was reading that and going, I don't know what she's saying exactly. I can read the words. So what? How did it lose altitude though? Erosion. Okay, I see that. I'm being stupid. You wrote it right there. Almost as if I didn't know what erosion is, but I do. So I don't know what my problem is. I think it's age and lost brain cells. I think that's probably what it is. I've skied, I want to say twice in my life. I think, yeah, I think I've skied twice. Once when I was somewhere around 10, 8 to 10. I don't remember how old exactly. That was the first time. And then once when I was 24 about. I remember the first time. Um I'm going down the hill the first time. I never skied before, honestly, right? And you start to go fast, and it's like, oh shit, how do I stop? So I play a hockey player. I went to the side, and I stopped, and it was like, oh, okay, this isn't so bad. And then I was okay because I knew how to stop, and then I was okay. But I only did it once as a kid. Went with relatives that were skiers, and then once as an adult with a girlfriend and her cousin and boyfriend, and yeah, that was it. It was okay. Skiing's okay. It's not really for me. Oh, Johnny Cash, they're not sitting on. That's right. Right? I mean, they need to win this game, first of all. Sitting on a lead, we all know, doesn't work. Prevent defense prevents you from winning the game, usually. So, nah, that's not what they're doing. Considering they've had games where they challenged at getting shots. It's not like it's not the first time. I just think it's something they've got to work on going forward to be more consistent about. Well, Guru, I kind of think that period's coming up, kind of like the Flyers game, right? The best period was the third, and this game is very similar to that game. So I'm going to say I'm expecting a really good period by Montreal here. The only thing that to me would prevent that is if they're tired, like everything back to back in the travel. Nashville not tired. They were waiting for them. They're rested. That could come into play here in the third, but I don't know. I think Montreal really wants to make the playoffs. It's a young team. They got good legs. They're going to be fine here. How much do they want it? That's what it's all about. If you want it bad enough, I mean, it's just a hurdle to jump over, and that's their attitude should be, yeah, we're jumping over the hurdle. Best skiing is New Zealand out there, but don't Aussies and New Zealanders not like each other? I imagine that's just a generalization. Obviously, it's not everybody, but do I remember Ovi walking out on his World Junior team? No, I don't think I. I don't think I ever heard of Ovechkin until he got to the NHL. Because back in those days, I didn't know anything about junior hockey or NCAA hockey or any of that. I didn't pay attention to anything but the NHL, really. To be very honest, that's it. Today, we look at everything. It's a different game for me, anyway. So, so Joe, you're saying you guys in general like each other, but not when it comes to sports. But that's okay. I mean, that's the same thing about Canada and the former USA, not the new USA. Now it's all hand whatever. But Before, we liked everybody. We just didn't like each other when it came to sports. Country to country kind of thing. Now we just don't like them at all and at all the time. It's like our best friend got hooked on drugs and we're just not in the same scene anymore. Just watch a recap of the game on a graph. Nashville goal looked like a Matheson blunder, plus 15 shots against in the second. Not the best second. Doesn't mean we can't have a good third. The Penguins, apparently, I saw something where the Penguins were protesting by burning a Cybertruck. I don't know how they got it, but oh, Joe, that's good to hear. And that makes a lot of sense, right? What you just said, we're like siblings, get on each other's nerves, but still have our backs. That's good. As it should be. As it should be. Yeah, Trump put tariffs on the Penguins, and from what I understand, Kyle Dubas is not happy. I'm on a roll tonight, man. The 5-year thing was an absolute joke. The former USA, not so much. It's now the United States of Russia. They just changed the name. Like the Gulf of America. So they took the America from United States of America, and then they had to replace it with something, and they chose Russia. Joe, I just came up with it, but when I came up with it, I thought, it is a good analogy about it. It's exactly what it's like. It's like your best friend for life all of a sudden found drugs and without you and got hooked on it, and now it's just not the same person anymore, and you can't deal with it and all that. That's exactly what it's like. So yeah. But I just did come up. I didn't think of that before off the top of my head. I'm brilliant. I mean, what can I say? I wouldn't mess with any kind of birds coming out of the US. Don't eat them. They got zero regulations down there anymore. So if you're buying American meat, be careful. Be careful. I'm not even going to buy like cat food because I have to. It's American. All the brands that I'm going to stop that because I don't want to get my cat sick because of that. And I'm not joking. It's not. That's the serious thing. I look at it. If it says, "Oh, made in the USA" or "product of USA," nope. Even if it's something I love to eat, I always buy. Oh, I didn't know that was American. Oh, well, I'm not buying that no more. Sorry, I support my country. Birds aren't real? What are you talking about? Birds aren't real. Well, we live in a simulation anyway, so is anything real? Don't know anymore. Paul, goddamn right. I'm ambidextrous too. Probably better with that one. Elbows up, boys. No, that Joe. I heard the reasoning about the beef. That guy's a lunatic. Whoever that was that said that. Trump hates everybody. We all laugh at him. He hates us all. Who's that would just be. You know what? I don't know if that's weirder than what's going on now about it. He says, "What if everything's happening because Putin doesn't like that we have something called poutine and we eat it?" It's actually it's supposed to be. If you're from Quebec, it's Putin. It's basically his name. Yeah, that would. It's not worse than what's going on now. Steven, I see the playoffs coming too, especially here. Montreal, they go on if they go on to win this game. Columbus lost, I believe, right? That I think knocks Columbus out. We'll see what happens with Detroit, whether they get knocked out tonight or not. And then it's just the Rangers who we got a 4-point cushion. Now 6 after tonight if we win this. I like our chances. I like our chances to make the playoffs. Which is crazy. I mean, isn't it about time though that we're talking about playoffs finally again? About time. I don't have high hopes for them like going far, but I'm happy just to make it this year. This might be a kind of game where they kind of hang on for the win because they are tired. I hope that's going to happen. Wow. Barron missed on that. Thank God Dobish got his game together because he might be the key to keeping this as a win. Do we have any head games? No, we don't play the Rangers. We don't play Columbus. We play Detroit next game. If I'm correct, right? Detroit is next. And that's it. After that, no. Don't forget the curse may be on Washington. Are they the number one team? And if I'm Washington, not only that, but that's another like thing. I'd be worried about having to face a team like the Habs in the first round. Hell, BL, he doesn't use that at all. No, he doesn't use it much at all. And yeah, it's not his game. Some big guys just aren't physical. And he doesn't have to be. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't notice it when he was here at first, and then you notice that he's kind of. If only he would give a little bit more. we'll see what happens if they can get more out of him in the playoffs and maybe over the off season, get his head right for this. I don't know. I don't know if I'm putting it right. Detroit will have to be playing for their lives. If they win tonight, it'll help. But if they lose tonight, they will absolutely be playing for their lives because the teams like Columbus and Detroit, Columbus lost. They don't have room to lose again. And if Detroit loses tonight, they don't have room for another loss to get to the 88 points that is expected to be needed. Yeah, those games, Joe, Ontario, Ottawa, and Toronto, are going to be. I hope Montreal has it locked down by then, and then it's not a question, but they probably won't. And listen, if they beat Detroit tomorrow, like if they finish this game and they win, and they beat Detroit tomorrow, then when it first was said they going to need 88 points, they would need 9 more points. That would have gotten them 8 of those 9. Then I really like their chances at that point, right? Needing a point out of the next few games. I'm sure they can get. Chicago should be a win. So if they can win in Detroit tomorrow, they probably only need that Chicago game. So if they can pull a point out of Ottawa or Toronto, that should be enough. Detroit won. Well, Montreal have to knock them out tomorrow. But I think it effectively knocks Columbus out. The loss. So we got one more team out. So now it's New York and Detroit. Anyways, Detroit winning kind of makes this game now even more important that they win. To not only take advantage of the Columbus loss, but now you got to win to keep Detroit back still. There should be, hey, Lucas, by the way, there should be some good first-round matchups. At least this year, it looks like, knock wood, I'm right. It looks like I won't have to worry about which teams I'm going to follow in the first round. It's going to be Montreal. The Islanders won too. I'm not really worried about the Islanders for some reason. Maybe I should be. Again, though, those teams like the Islanders now in Detroit, they can't lose another. They lose another game and then they're out of room. Whereas Montreal could lose this game and still have plenty of, they'll still have 2 more losses to get to that 88 points. I still like Montreal's chances better. Aki, you think when they clinch, we're going to get a riot? Yeah, the Rangers to Tampa tomorrow. So they lost to New Jersey. When I was reading about the game a little bit, it was described as a disinterested Rangers team. I mean, that can't be good. When you're in such a race and you put up a stinker game where you're described as disinterested, that can't be good at the end. So Randy, I don't like the riots. I'm just saying that why would the cops need tear gas if it's not for that? That's another thing, Stephen. Montreal had, as of yesterday or going into this game, the second easiest remainder of the schedule in the league, not just in the division, or conference. So, BL, if they've quit on Laviolette now, what a bad time to quit on your coach. What a bad time. Hooking call on Pizzetta. Yikes. Yikes. Nail biting time. So another weak call, or was that a good call? I missed it, even though they just showed it again. But I missed it. What else is new? Cleared all the way down. It was a good call, says Paul. So Paul's telling me it's a good call. It was a good call. Lucas, me too. But listen, he needs 4 now. Got 5 games to go after tonight, so he still can make it. Anyway, good job by Armia and Evans there to kill off some time. Ten seconds left in the penalty. Penalty killed. Good job, Habs. What the hell? Is there no penalty on the guy taking Dobish down? Like, what the fuck is that? Jesus Christ. Paul, I guess you're allowed. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not going to call anything. But I don't know. That looked like that should have been a penalty. Not surprised, though. Just went to a commercial break. But that was a good kill by Montreal and maybe a key kill. Now we just got to worry about a goalie being pulled. So it would be great if we get an insurance goal. Commercials are so stupid. Are we 34? Well, 32, I see. But hey, a lot of people in the chat getting some interest in the games now. Obviously, people want to know what's going on. So if you're here, you can see the screen. It's up there. So it's 2-1 Montreal. We've got, I don't know how long is left, to be honest with you. I think we're halfway through the period anyway. And yeah, Montreal hanging in there. Joe, yeah, Caulfield's sitting at 36. .922 on my screen left here in the third. They have more than doubled the shots on Montreal, 33-15. But we've doubled the score. Come on, boys, let's get another one. No. Soros hangs on. Face off to the right of Saros. It was weird sound that came after the slap shot. 906 on your screen when I said 922. You're ahead of me. It made a hollow bonk, I thought, when after he took the shot. So I don't know if that was related to the shot or something else. Oh, Newhook, you should have shot that puck. I'm sorry, you should have. Eight minutes to go in the third. Who's comparing to Quinn? Well, he's surpassed Quinn Hughes in his his rookie season anyway. Oh, geez, really? 36 people now. Hey, everybody, say hi if you're here. If you just joined. Anyways, if you just joined, just over 7.5 minutes to go in the third. 2-1 Montreal, being heavily outshot, but holding in there, hanging on as the period winds down. Hey, BL, welcome to the channel. Good to see you out there, man. Okay, not everybody that's been here, though. Don't do that now. I'm talking about there's got to be a bunch of new people here or new people that haven't been, at least haven't been in so far tonight. All right, boys, let's get some insurance and make the rest of the period less nail biting. $33 big saves for Dobish tonight. Hello, Matt. Hello, Matt. Hello. 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 He's not here. Dave's not here. So before the end of this game, right now everybody is sitting at 6 games remaining, but Montreal will be 5. So everyone will have a game in hand on Montreal. So we got Columbus 77 points, Islanders 78, Detroit 79, Rangers 79, and the Habs with 83. They get 2 more here. That's 85, and that gives them, a nice little cushion, especially with just 5 games left or 6 for the other teams. It's not a lot of time to pass anybody at this time of year, especially. Really hard to do. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what Stamkos was singing. Same thing for Marchessault. Marchessault could have signed with Montreal this year. They were interested, and it was down to Montreal or Nashville, and he chose Nashville. Oh, hit the post. Suzuki hit the post. Shit. Come on. Almost. Four and a half to go in the third. 2-1. Come on, boys. Hang on. Could Hughes? Why? I don't know if Stamkos is the right guy. We don't need a winger. Stamkos isn't a center anymore. He doesn't have the stamina for center anymore. Come on. Come on. One more. Make my score right. You got to think Nashville going to pull the goalie within what? Next minute or so? BL Stamkos is not a 2C. He's not a center anymore. He's plays the wing. His back and all that kind of stuff. He's not a center anymore, and I don't think Montreal should get a guy like that. It's got to be a guy that doesn't have those question marks. Stamkos is a lot older than Tavares was when he went to the Leafs. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean this year with Tavares? Yeah, well, who cares about Tavares? I don't. Under 3. Try to keep the puck in the offensive zone. Keep that goalie in the net as much as you can. Yeah, I know you're talking about this season. I figured that out. Careful, careful. Dovish covers up. Dobish, hey Carter, how's it going, man? A slow start, but yeah, he definitely got his act together after the first. Anyway, Ugh. Third period's been even a little bit more exciting too for the whole game. But yeah, it's pretty quick period. That's what she said. Dobish, yeah, I imagine that's something to do with it. Joe, he hadn't played for a little while. Dobish, so yeah. Oh, excuse me. Goddamn commercials, too many of them. Two and a half minutes, net empty. I think now. Yeah, net is empty. Get the puck, get it on net if you can. Come on, somebody get the puck. Two minutes left. Come on, come on, let's get it out there. Minute and a half. Good job by Habs. Keep clearing it down. This one will be icing, though. What's Cape Breton in there, Bill? There's a few Habs fans there in Nashville. Yeah, timeout for what? Habs or for Nashville? I didn't hear who they said called it. Oh, Bill. Okay, yeah, I got you. Final minute of play. Come on, boys. Keep it up against the boards. Wow, they didn't score there. I don't know how. Phew. 24 seconds. I'm not looking at the chat because it's over for you guys, but I don't know yet. They win the game. Yeah. 2-1 win by Montreal. 5-game winning streak. Nice. Nice. That's all I can say. Nice. Awesome game. Awesome game. Not the most exciting for a lot of it, but the third was pretty good again, like last night was. So yeah, Dobish. Yeah, second period on, definitely. Half of the first, even like so. Slow start for him, but he got it going. Only gave up one goal. Awesome. So Montreal, yeah, it's got a nice little cushion on all the teams behind them. With 5 games remaining for them, 6 for the other teams that are chasing them. But I really love Montreal's. Are we getting playoff hockey this year, man? We're getting playoff hockey. Crazy good. I want to see the 3 stars. Dobish, Hudson, Caulfield. 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. Yeah, that was a good win by Dobish. That was a good win by Dobish. Yeah, I just want to turn that off so I can take my headphones off. Hudson and Caulfield, 2 and 3. Yeah, I said that already. 82% playoff chance. It went up from 74, I believe. So I like 82% as the number, don't you? Oh yeah, going forward. So we got the next game is Detroit on Tuesday. Right, and then Ottawa. So there's a game on Tuesday, and then they're not. They don't play till Friday and Saturday. Ottawa Friday, Saturday in Toronto, and then that's it. Chicago and Carolina after that. So crazy. We're gonna have playoff hockey. We're gonna have playoff hockey, my friends. I love that. Awesome stuff. All right. Anyway, if you got anything to say before, I'll wait another few minutes before. If it's quiet, I'll go. But if we're gonna talk, hey Brando, how's it going? Been a while, man. Good to see you. We are looking good here. I think their chances look really good. 5 games left at this point. I honestly, okay, the other teams have 6 games, but even with 6 games, trying to make up 6 points like that is not easy. Not with the 6 games left. Well, me and my rose-colored glasses, BL, me and Matt, we both kind of called it before the season started, and then it was clear that it wasn't going to happen, and now it happened. So, but I won't say like, oh, I knew that was going to happen, because I did not think so either at once the season started that they would be able to do this. Paul, I do know that you were wrong on the start of the playoffs. Hey, good to see you when you do check in, Brando. Appreciate it. Awesome hockey, man. Awesome hockey right now. BL, if I make a mistake like that and then it's turned into favor of the Habs, I'm happy to be wrong too. But I don't think I was today. The Red Wings, yeah, you got to think they're going to be really, wanting to win that game. Like almost having to win that game. Because figure it, Tuesday, they don't win against Montreal. That means Montreal takes another 2 points. There's no time after that. I don't think. Hey, BL, you too, man. Thanks for being here as always. You know it. I'm going to be taking it off too because if you see me like I'm fidgeting a lot, I got to pee really bad. So I'm going to take off here too. Hey, Moonlight Cyborg, good to see you. Still been a while, man. We can still catch up to Ottawa. Ottawa's playing good though. I don't know that we'll catch them either. You never know, but I don't know. And is it 3 points? I think it's 5. Ottawa won tonight as well, so we didn't make any ground on Ottawa, and I believe it was 5 going into tonight. Right? We had 83, they had 88, I think, if I'm correct. Leave a like if you like the show tonight, and if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back on Tuesday. Matt should be with me on Tuesday, I would think, for the Detroit game, back home in Montreal. Hey, Robert, awesome game, man. Awesome game. I mean, it wasn't the most exciting game for the first 2 periods, but third period made up for it. We play Ottawa one more time on Friday. Yes. Yeah, but that doesn't, Friday. Then after that, there's just 3 games left. We're not catching them. Like, I wouldn't think about that we're going to catch them. Unless Ottawa wins no more games and we win a few, then I don't see how we catch them. Thank you, David. And it was a great result. Okay, on that note, I'm going to take off. I'll be back on Tuesday. It's just Monday in between. So, that's it. That's it for me right now. Have a great night. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate everybody being here. And for all you people up there, come back on Tuesday. This is really building. And I hope you'll join for the playoffs because I'm definitely doing all those games. And that's it. Thanks for being here. Till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday night. Still a lot of time. That's it. Ciao, everybody. See you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give a thumbs up, leave a comment, and please share this video.